Good morning, Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I'm Adil Sheikh, the acting Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to 269th meeting of Vadodara Toastmaster Club. Before starting off the meeting, I would like you all to appreciate the presence of each member who have taken out time on Sunday morning to attend this meeting with a huge round of applause. Just as business have their caveats, so do our Toastmaster meeting. The ground rules or the caveats for the meeting that you all or we must follow are: first, as Toastmaster, we don't talk about sex, religion, politics. So please refrain talking about this topic. Second, for the offline guests, offline members, the drinking facility is outside this premise, just outside, and the washroom facilities are at the third floor and downstairs. I would urge you to do not restrict your movement while the speaker is delivering the speech to avoid any distraction. For the online members or guests who are attending, I would urge you to keep yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Switch off your camera or turn off your camera when you are moving out of screen or out of room to avoid any distraction. The third thing which I would like all the offline members to take a note of, since this meeting is recorded and it would be published on social media platform, so try to be within this 6 blocks so that you are clearly visible. Use this headphone while you are speaking, and the most important thing is select or use your words judiciously, because this would get posted on social media platform. So use the words that are of formal attire or that suit the formal setup. Now, I would like you all to repeat the club mission with me by raising your right hand. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I would like to call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting, Toastmaster Tarun, to take the meeting forward.
Good morning, Toastmasters and future Toastmasters. 8th of March, right? We had a happening day. I hope everyone would have enjoyed the colorful Holi. And of course, it was a Women's Day. So I think we are here. We have veterans and Janki as well, who are pioneer to Toastmasters. So with that in mind, I would like to begin today's meeting. Renewals. We had a date of 15th March as cutoff. Luckily, we have got more than 20 plus renewals already. So I thank each and everyone who have renewed their membership. A big round of applause to everyone. We have still extended the date to 17th. So those who are still left to renew may renew, so that we cross our benchmark of 30. That is what is our vision. A word which I would like to share with you: complacent. Does anyone know what is complacent or complacent, or I think complacent? I think that is right. Correct. Perfect. So complacent is like becoming leisure or lazy, or maybe it's a state of mind where we think we have achieved everything and we don't need to do anything further. So I urge all of you, don't be complacent. Always strive to learn more things. Always strive to grow. I would just give a short story. It is not related exactly with complacent, but a short story. Like, there was a policeman who was very well known for catching thieves red-handed. He was popular. Give his name. Okay, he is the man who will catch the thief red-handed. One night he was sleeping, and his wife woke him that somebody is trying to enter our house. He said, "Don't worry, I am there." Then the wife got a little bit still like worried because she heard that the thief has entered their kitchen or the main place where the things are kept. Still, she shook him up, but still, don't worry, I am there. The thief came, robbed everything, went away. The wife was furious. I am waking you up since long, telling you you're not awake. What? Why are you doing so? Why? Why? He said, sorry, dear, I am off duty. Right? So when it comes to learning or getting new goals or achieving more higher things, we should not be complacent. We should be always on our toes, whether it is off duty or on duty. If we have a goal, always keep thinking about it. With that, I would move towards guest introduction for today. We have guests. Yeah, you can just please come here and just introduce yourself and just tell us how do you came to know about Toastmasters. You can come here.
Hello everyone. So myself Harshil Makwana. I am at a PMC company. I joined as a trainee. So at there my manager told me about Toastmaster Club. So today with their suggestion, I just come here and I just want to know how I can develop my skills, presentation skill, leadership skill. So with that, hope I just came here to develop some skills about soft skills like that. So yeah, this is my small introduction.
Without taking much time, we will now move towards the theme of the day. What goes around comes around. I think it's a beautiful theme, and I welcome PM Ravi to take over for today.
Thank you.
So good morning, VTM. So my name is Ravi, and I am the playing role of the Toastmaster of the day today. I welcome you all to the 269 meeting of Vadodara Toastmaster Club. I will start my session with a one basic quick question. Can anyone tell me what is karma? Anyone from the audience? What is karma? Basics of karma. Anything? Okay, correct. In the basic terms, karma refers to the consequences of our actions, intentions, and even thoughts. We all studied in school that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. But however, it can be converted from one form to another form. Just like that, the law of karma is the universal law of cause and effect. Every action we take creates an energy. It will return to us in one form or the other. This energy can be positive or negative depending on the nature of our action. So let's understand the karma from one story. Once a king ordered his 3 ministers to take a bag, go to forest and fill up the bag with the fruit. The first minister thought, since the king has ordered the fruit, he must collect the best of the fruits in the bag. The second minister thought, since king is a very busy person, so he may not look very thoroughly into the bag that what has been collected. So he just collected whatever he gets his hands on, resulting in mixture of some good fruits and some bad fruits. The third minister thought that the king would see only externally, that how big the bag is. And he just filled up the bag with rotten leaf, dried leaves and dust. All 3 ministers came back to the court with their bags. The king didn't even look inside the bag and ordered that ordered that 3 ministers be sent to 3 different jails for 3 months. But this time, they won't get any food during this time. They can only bring the bags with the food they have collected. The first minister had some good fruits and could easily survive 3 months of jail time. The second minister had some good fruits, but eventually he had to eat the bad ones, and he became sick at the end of the tenure. The third minister, had nothing to eat, and unfortunately could not survive the 3 months in the jail. The story highlights the concept of karma, specifically the law of cause and effect. Now, let's look at our today's meeting structure. Toastmasters meeting is divided into 3 sections. The first segment is prepared speeches, where speakers deliver their prepared speeches, which is hosted by me. The second segment is table topic speeches, where the table topic master give topics for impromptu speaking, which is hosted by our table topic master, TM Hiren. And the third segment is the evaluation, where our different evaluators will evaluate different part of the meeting, which is hosted by our general evaluator, TM Pratik. To take this meeting to another level, we have 3 support pillars: a timer, a counter, and a grammarian. So now, to start, I will request timer, TM Janki, to come on the stage and explain her role.
Good morning, everyone. Time is precious. So today I will play the role of timer because it is important to express your thoughts in a time limit. So everyone can relate that everyone have to gain the thoughts time to express your thoughts in time limit is important. So we have 3 prepared speakers. The time limit for prepared speaker is 7 to 8 minutes. 5 to 7. Okay. I apologize. We have 5 to 7 minutes. For evaluator, 2 to 3 minutes. And for the counter, grammarian, and they have 2 to 3 minutes. For the qualifying time, I will wave green card. For the mid time, I will wave yellow card. And for the end time, finish time, I will wave red card. We have 30 seconds of grace period to complete the speech of the speaker. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful explanation. Now I will request today's AHA counter, TM Prashant, to come on the stage. Welcome, TM Prashant.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I am Toastmaster Prashant, and I am playing the role of AHA counter. Recently, you must have seen a viral video clip of our greatest lyricist, Javed Akhtar ji. Javed Akhtar ji, when he was in Pakistan, he made a very bold statement. He said that the criminals of 2611 are still roaming openly in Pakistan. So as an Indian, we feel very proud that he is a very courageous guy, that he gave this such a bold statement in Pakistan. He was standing on the land of Pakistan and he was surrounded by the people of Pakistan. So there were very security concerns. So what we opine is that he must have thought 10 times before speaking this. As a Pakistani, the Pakistani people would be thinking that this guy is speaking anything and he is not thinking before speaking anything else. So it is very important whenever we see controversial statements of celebrities or politicians, we say that he is not thinking before speaking anything. So thinking appropriate words before speaking is very, very important. We should first of all think and then we should speak. But thinking and speaking cannot go hand in hand. I cannot speak and think and speak. I cannot do that. I have to first think and then I have to speak. So for thinking, I need appropriate pauses between 2 sentences or something like that. You must have seen big celebrities or speakers who are using some of the repetitive words before uttering a particular sentence. Actually, they are taking time to think before they speak. So Toastmaster wants to carve you as a good speaker, and Toastmaster uh, trains you in such a way that you use minimum filler words, words which are filled, repetitive words which are filled in between two sentences, so that the audience does not think that he is not a prepared speaker or he does not have depth into the subject. So I am taking the role of aha counter. I will notice repetitive words used by the speakers in the sentences. And at the end of the meeting, I will give a report who has used those filler words or repetitive words like, so, I think. So we should try to avoid those words between two sentences. Thank you.
Thank you, Dilan sir. Wonderful. Now I will request today's grammarian, the most experienced and humorous person, TM Kirit, to come on the stage.
I am playing the role of grammarian today. And as I always say, that grammar is such an important part. It's like a cosmetics or a makeup for a lady. If it's not properly used, then the whole purpose of the beauty will actually falter. So I urge everybody to use the correct grammatical sentences. Today I have seen that people have used very nice grammatical sentences, and everybody should decorate their speech with good grammatical use. I will be just noticing some major errors of grammar, and then I will highlight at the end of the day in my report. I also have to introduce two things. One is the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Word of the day today, which I have chosen, is evasive. Evasive means avoiding the truth or deliberately not answering. And like, for example, recently in Rohit Sharma, they had asked, why did you why did you not change wicketkeeper Bharat? And he just said, the committee decides. So that's an evasive answer. Reading between lines, which is a very important thing. It's a phrase. Like in Gujarati and Hindi, we use muhavras. English also has got muhavras, which is reading between lines, one of them. It says interpret the real meaning from whatever is not directly said or written. You have to read in between the messages. This happens in a married couple, husband and wife. If you want to go to a movie or with a friend's place on a Sunday, and you ask your wife that today I am going to meet somebody very important, so I'll be going at 3 o'clock. And her answer will be, yeah, it's Sunday, you can do that. But reading between lines, she emphasize it is a Sunday for me. So this is what is reading between lines, and very important, because reading between lines is very important. When you read or hear somebody, you must get that message correctly. Then only you will be able to respond it properly. So I urge everybody, if possible, use those two things. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's begin our first session, which is prepared speaking. I would like to call the evaluator of our first speech, TM Dhruv, to come on the stage and explain his speech in details. Welcome, TM Dhruv.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. A very good afternoon to each of the Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, I will be evaluating the speech of Toastmaster Jignesh, who has selected motivational strategies as his pathway. Today, he is going to deliver his level 1 project 2 speech. The objective of his speech is to deliver a speech with a purpose. The title of his speech is Attitude of Gratitude. Timer, please note the timing of his speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Wishing you all the best. Do rock the stage. Thank you.
I request our first speaker, TM Jignesh, to come on the dais. Please welcome him with huge round of applause. TM Jignesh, Attitude of Gratitude. Attitude of Gratitude, TM Jignesh. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun and Tarun Dhruv and Toastmaster of the day, Mr. Ravi. So, good morning to all Toastmaster and prestigious guests. Last week, I met one of my 10th grade friends, and he said, and we had a dinner together. And when we were studying at the time, his financial condition is not good. But today he's a successful businessman and well set in Mumbai. So I asked him for secret of his success, and uh, he said a story with a grateful heart of memories that one of his relative uncle gave him a 25,000 in 2002. So 2000 in 2002, 25,000 is enough money to start up any business. So with this help of his money, he started business, and whatever he is now today, only because of that. So that person is a great person for him, and that person give a gratitude, and he is always gratitude for that person. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that gratitude is about memories. It's about remembering what people are doing for us, what we have they have done for us, or how they are come up with some help. So, attitude of gratitude means this is a means making a habit, making a habit, constant habit of uh, a habit for expressing good appreciate regularly for good things, good things that happen in our life. Okay, so start with the one small story. Suppose something stuck in our tooth, like if I am taking a soup at the time, a basil seed or basil leaves or coriander seed, or taking a slide of mango, then fiber of that mango stuck in my tooth. That everyone know what happened. If something stuck in my tooth, then my tongue just go on that tooth until unless it is removed from it is get out of that. So there are 31 other teeth also in my mouth, but my tongue is always, uh, my tongue can go over there and say that, wow, everything is good. There is no stuck in this teeth. But the nature of my tongue is like that. It always go to the same to there is some stuck. So this is not the nature of only tongue, but this nature of our mind also. This also always stuck whenever some problem with some issue in our life, in consider some area of our life. So our mind is stuck on that problem and that negativity and finding a solution for that. But there are 31 other, or I can say many more good things happening, so many areas of our life. So our mind is not going there and think there's no any problem, this everything is good. So we need to train our mind or train our brain in such a way that so they are focused, our mind is focusing only on good things instead of narrow the negativity and finding the concentrating only on the negative things. So let's come out. Let's not consume negative brain. Let's not consume our brain for the negative things, but we consume the good things in our positive things that comes around. So I can say that we need to focus on the good things and we need to deal with the negative things. So I can say gratitude is the attitude that gives us the fortitude for uh, and uh, deal with the toughest challenge of our life. There are a lot of habits, suggestions, methods, technology given in a lot of books, the internet also. So I have taken a few examples that will help us for improve our the attitude for the being gratitude in our life, and our life is full of positivity and we can enjoy our life with happiness. So first thing is that appreciate everything. So don't wait for the bad thing. Don't wait for the biggest thing. Okay, when small things happen, in that case also you can make our development in such a way that we can appreciate these things. Let's take an example. Today, my wife made a very delicious breakfast. So it's a common thing. Every day she made every day she made makes a delicious breakfast. But today it's something I say that thank you for that. So she also feel odd. So when you start doing this practice, so initially we can I understand that we may feel odd, but after some time it's in a habit and it will start our day with the grateful. And second thing is that express gratitude every day. So don't wait for the some special occasion. One of the book, The Secret, might be all have read this book. This great book. So in that book, they gave a suggestion. If you wake up and when you put your first step on the floor, you can say thank you. Thank you to the God for start this wonderful day. Thank you to the God for thank you to our relatives. So every 15 to 16 step, you may say thank you to anyone. Third one is that they take the ownership of the present. So I know that everyone want to change their something old things like my car is old, so I need to change. So I am not complaining in these things, but instead of that, we just grateful for that. I have a wonderful car. My car is driving. I am enjoying with my job. I know that sometimes we need to change, but we need to fill our day with the positivity. So whatever present available with us, so enjoy with these things. Last one, committed to the gratitude practice. So I can give a exercise for everyone. Every day, in the end of your day, you need to write down a 5 sentences that we are doing a good for others. So in that way, we need to think on the next day, yes, what I have to do good for others. So in that way, we can start the attitude for the gratitude. So this attitude for the gratitude gives a lots of benefits, like it increase the personal happiness, deeper relationship, improve the patience and decision-making skills, boost the resilience, reduce the anxiety and the depression, better physical health because we reduce our stress level. Thank you, and I hope everyone gratitude.
TM such a wonderful speech. I must learn from your speech that we all should be grateful about what we have instead of looking around what we don't have. We have good health. We are here to develop communication. This is all the things that we are grateful for. Now, moving forward, I would like to call the evaluator of our second speech, TM Ashish, to come on the stage and explain his speech details. Welcome, TM Ashish.
Good morning, all. I'm Ashish, and today I'll be evaluating TM Durgesh's speech. This is his second speech, level 1 of the pathway leadership development. And the agenda of his speech is to deliver a speech with a purpose. The title of his speech is Unlocking the New Currency. Timer, please note, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. TM Durgesh, all the best. Give your best as you always.
Thank you, TM. Now I will request our second speaker, the most jolly one, TM Durgesh, to come on the dais. Please welcome him with huge round of applause. TM Durgesh, unlocking the new currency, unlocking the new currency. TM Durgesh, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Timo. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. So, anyone know which currency am I talking about? Can anyone? No. It's a time. Time is the new currency. We must use it wisely. So today I'm going to discuss about importance of time management. So time management had so many aspects. So I'll discuss it through the points. Time management is not just about completing our daily tasks, meeting deadlines, but it also about that spending time with our family members, being productive and achieve our goals. So one of the most aspects of the time management is to prioritize and focus on the most important tasks, so that we can do more and we can be more productive.
So to illustrate the importance of time management, I would like to share a small story. Anyone have you all heard about the stories of Akbar and Birbal, right? So one day Akbar asked Birbal that go to the market and bring him a jug of milk. So Birbal set off for the market, and on the way he met his old friend, and they were just talking around, and his friend invited him to play a chess game. And Birbal was excited. Birbal got excited and agreed to it and started playing chess. And he totally forgot about that Akbar had said that he had to bring a jug of milk. So he totally forgot it. And when he was spending time by playing chess, he just realized that he had to bring Akbar has assigned some task to him. So after the after the realization, Birbal rushed to the market and go and find the shop who provide him a jug of milk. But sadly, shops were almost all the shops were closed because it's already late. So Birbal came back to the palace and with empty-handed actually. He didn't get the milk. So Akbar was furious and asked Birbal that why did you spend so much time? So Birbal then replied that I was playing a chess game with my friend and and lost the track of time. Time waits for no one, not for the king or for their advisors. So one of the most this story highlights that the Birbal could have spent his time efficiently by doing his work rather than playing the chess. So we need to understand that the importance of time. So one of the main aspects of the time management is to plan our day. In daily life, we have to make a checklist for daily tasks and assign some time slot to complete them. And we have to prioritize that task and complete it accordingly. So by doing this, it enables us to stay organized, focused, and motivated throughout the day. As in the digital era, we are just spending a lot of time scrolling through our social media feeds, rather than doing our assigned tasks or work, and we just procrastinate it. So every minute we spend on social media, we could have spent that time with our colleagues, with our friends, families, or relatives, or by following our passion. So we must understand that time is precious commodity, and also we must learn to use it wisely. So in conclusion, I would like to suggest 5 main pillar time management steps that spend your time wisely. Second one is be present. Third one, learn to say no. Fourth one is be mindful, so that we can do more tasks and we are aware about what we are spending, how we are spending our time most of the time.
Okay, so by all the time management steps, we understand one thing, that we have to follow these 5 pillar steps to stay organized and living a better life. So, are you ready to are you ready to manage the new currency? Thank you.
Thank you, team. Now let me go little off topic here. Any married person, what will you do if your wife is not at your home or on a vacation? Anyone? What will you do? I can say that we used to waste time at that time. Right now, my wife is at a vacation, so correct. So I will tell you one story. Me and Drew always meet at 9:29 at our office to discuss our daily routine. Yesterday, Drew asked me, at which time you woke up? I told at 7. And then he told me, what will you do at 7 o'clock? I told him, I played Angry Bird for half an hour. So he laughed at me. So we have to take a note of these small things. Just by calculating the time we are wasting, we can be more effective in our daily task. So let's move forward to our meeting. I would like to call the evaluator of our third speech, TM Gitanjali, to come on the stage. Welcome, TM Gitanjali.
Thank you so much. Namaskar and my soulful greetings to each one of you. Toastmaster Gyaneshwar, today you will present your Level 1 Project C speech from the part Innovative Planning. Name of your project is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. The purpose of this project is for you to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance your speech. Timer, please note his allotted timings are 5 to 7 minutes. Your speech title, Supervillain. All the best, Toastmaster Gyaneshwar. Thanks, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, TM. Now, I will request our third speaker, TM Dhyaneshwar, to come on the dais. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause. TM Dhyaneshwar, Supervillain. Supervillain, TM Dhyaneshwar.
I am the supervillain. My job is to do the extortion, to run the illegal activities, to disturb the society's peace, try to harm each and every one, and also try to threaten the people. Just like Prashant, if you find any fault in my speech, don't forget this. Well, this is the villain actually we found in the movies. Can this person be your role model? Yes or no? Obviously no, because no one wants to see this, because this is the bad part of their life. And this is the impression we got from the movies. We don't want to focus on that part. But are the really villains are the bad people? Yeah. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about the movie villain, but I'm going to get their help to compare the villains in our life also. Because whatever the villain I showed to you, it's very hard to confront in our real life. But our life is fully circled with the different villains. Just take an example. When you are at your childhood, your parents are your villain because they don't allow you to go outside. They don't allow you to do the adventurous things. When you go to school, then the second villain is your teacher. He gave a lot of work, lot of study, lot of homework to you. You hate him. Then you go to college, There you get love plus villain together. You got the point. Then you got married, you got the job, everything will change, but the villain face will be there. Every time you will find the villains differently. So who is the villain? If you see the movies, what is villain? Villain and hero, there is a very only small difference. Both came from the struggle, both came from the hate, all those things. Only the villain want to give whatever he has faced bad in the, if he want to take the revenge, and hero wants to protect from those revenges. And that's why it makes him different. So only because of that, only one difference, we hate the villain. But what if you neglect that part? And if you focus on the good part, it will be good. So you can see some movies. Here I showed, see, our Pushpa Bhai, Rocky Bhai, those are actually doing the villainous activities, what I showed to you. But director showed them in different angle and now they become the hero of the movie. So if you forget the villain bad part, those can be a good part. Same thing, it is applicable to our friend circle, our colleagues and our other counterpart. Just to elaborate more, I will share one story with you. There was a Rashtra Sant, Tukadoji Maharaj. Once he went to attend a folk dance program there. It was a program of Lavani. Lavani where a woman will dance with different moves and it is usually considered as a vulgar. So the saint, who is a good teacher, a preacher for the social and also the spiritual thing, and how he can find there. So one of his followers saw him there and he immediately rushed to him. As he is a follower, he can't ask him directly. He asked, I think you missed your place. You came by mistake on this place because this is the folk dance place. And follower was expecting some evasive reasons from the Rashtra Sant. But Rashtra Sant, he was reading the between lines and he understands, okay, any person seeing me in such a place that I am a spiritual person and sitting here or just enjoying this dance, definitely he will have some questions. Then he said, no, actually I came here with my two supporters. When I enter the dance hall, my eyes will be closed. I will enter there, I will sit there until all the program will complete. During the program, I will enjoy the songs and the music, especially the music of their anklet, the ghungru. So what it is helping me, it is making me happy, calm. And those tunes I will use in my bhajan and kirtan. So he told ultimately, anyway, this is the bad thing, but I am going to take the water good for me. We'll take. So that's why actually we also need to apply the same thing to our life also. As our villains may be different from person to person. I don't know which kind of villain for you, and you may be a villain for other people. So I will just take the help of the villains in the movies. If you see the villains in the movie, what they are highly motivated to achieve their target. Okay. Secondly, they are always prepared with some plan. They will have some plan. Again, they are the great influencer and leader. Although there is no job security, but they have the very trusted ADs. They will ready to die for them. Similarly, they will have they will face any situation with full confidence. So these good qualities they have, and they are just because of few things they are treated as a villain. So we can work on we can leave those bad part, we can work on good part, and that will also help us. Similarly, if we help the villains to get rid from that bad part, that is also helpful for them. A great example is of Angulimal and the Maharshi Vyas. Both were the villains. Those were, I think, dacoits. They turned into great people. So ultimately, it is helping to them also, it is helping to us also. So it is up to us. We should not bother about the person is actually villain or not. We should focus on only the right thing. Am I right? Thank you.
I learned from his speech that now companies should hire villains on their job because they fulfill all the requirements that we need.
Now, I will request our timer, TM Janki, to come on the stage and give the timing report.
Good afternoon once again. I am glad to announce that all three speakers are qualified.
Thank you, TM Janki. Now, poll will be in our groups within a few minutes. Now we have completed the first segment of our today's meeting. I will take you to another story of karma. King Janak was a wise ruler who lived in ancient India. One day, a man asked him to teach him the secret of karma. King Janak took the man for a walk, and they went to see farmers working in the fields. Janak asked the man to bring a handful of dirt, and he dropped it on the ground. He then asked the man to pick it all up, but the dirt was scattered, and the man couldn't pick it all up. Janak then explained that this was the secret of karma. Just as it was impossible to gather up all the dirt, it is also impossible to escape the consequences of our action. Whatever we do, good or bad, will have an effect on our lives. So it's important to be mindful of our action and their consequences. Now, moving forward to the meeting, I would like to call our table topic master, TM Hiren, to come on the dais. Let's welcome him. Welcome, TM.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Now it's time for table topic, and the table topic is going to enlighten us, or in fact, it is going to teach us the impromptu speaking. What I'm going to do is, there are some 10 topics with me. You can come here, take one of the topics. You can keep the sheet with you, read the topic, and speak on that very promptly for 1 to 2 minutes. You have to speak. But I realized that not only the table topic, but there are some other occasions that will teach us impromptu speaking. I would say the example of anger. When we are angry, there are words started coming out of our mind so fast. So I have created that situation. In fact, I had gone to Reliance, this supermarket, and I realized that two people, some trolley got stuck, and one fellow says that, could you not see properly? That fellow says that, could you not, see, come in a proper manner so that you don't stuck it? And then you better mind your own language, you better mind your own business, and you get your brain checked by psychiatrist. And somebody says that you get your eye examined by the eye doctor. So that was the quarrel started happening. And all of a sudden, the words started coming out in such a way that they were not there in the dictionary also. So I think that situation of anger will give us that impromptu speech also. So there are some situations that has make you little angry. These are the topics. You have to come here. You have to understand about that situation, give your opinion about your situation, explain what has happened, or make something imaginary thing, and you can express your anger about that situation. You can also express your anger by stumping your feet or maybe banging your hand like that, and show your anger. The good thing will happen is, once you express your anger, you will feel relaxed after that. So this table topic will help you in different manner also. So who would like to come first and speak on one of the topic here? Anyone from the guest? I would encourage, ma'am. Would you like to come and I think she's you are a guest, right? Yeah. So we would like to give chance to guests first, so that they have a chance to speak on the topic. Use any of the topic. And your name? Charika, and her topic is you.
I'm upset, frustrated, angry because my mobile charger is lost. Okay. So I have to speak what I will feel in this situation, how I will feel, how I will react in short. Yeah. Thank you. Before starting my topic, I would like to ask one thing. Whenever you will show, I'm sorry to ask that, the red one, I have to stop. Means just after showing this red card, it's just end. Okay, after showing the red card. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. The second time I'm attending this meeting, so thank you for inviting me to come here and express my feelings. As we all know, that nowadays the mobiles are not only the instrument and it's not only the source of communication. It's something actually on the practical basis, it's not a good sentence, but we all know nowadays the mobile is playing such an important role in our life that they are as important as our family members. Even I would like to say as important as our kids also, right? That sometimes if our kids are late or they are not feeling well, how we become, right? How we behave that time, right? Even though as a father or mother, anyone, we all become very conscious, we become unstable, someone express them, someone become mute, but we are not in a stable situation. In the same way, nowadays the mobiles are playing. Okay, if they are discharged, discharge is with the extreme position, extreme time when it comes down, like someone is not feeling well and they are hospitalized somewhere. Okay, so the discharge and the last loss of mobile charger is that situation. Even though sometimes it happens we forgot our mobile at home or even though in a car, so immediately when we will come now, first we will check, okay, mobile is not there. Even though the next step is maybe most important. Okay, but then also we will run fast as soon as possible and we will go and bring our mobile first. Okay, immediately when we enter the home or we take a break from our work, first thing mostly people use, they check their mobile, right? And in mobile also not the mail, but the WhatsApp, right? This is very natural. So now from these regular routines, we can understand how I will feel if my mobile is discharged and I'm lost because I have to, as I'm a working, I'm not working, I'm a housewife. I have to take care of my family responsibilities. I can't escape from there because there I can't say that I am not feeling well, I want to leave. I have to be there. But at the back of mind, it will work that, okay, what's going on in my kitty group? What the people are posting? Where is my charger? Maybe my kid is thrown somewhere. So all that thing, the dual thing, that fight in my mind will go now. It will bring my very worst ways or worst behavior. So this is the just story. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanika. I realized that she started very calmly, but started getting little angrier as she realized that her mobile is lost. Similar situations are there, so you can come and any guest for the guest, would you like to come? Yes. Big round of applause, please. Speak your topic.
Someone parked his car in my parking spot. It's funny because I don't have a parking spot. Yeah. My name is Krishna. Thanks for giving me this platform. This is my first time here. So I have to speak for this in 2 minutes. I'm sorry, I'm confused. So I'm angry at this. And so yeah. My name is Krishna, and whenever I'm angry, or if I'm very happy, or if I have this intense emotion going in me, I always cry. That's how I am. So, and in my life, this has always happened that whenever I cry, I assume, and it's a very general thinking, that people think that I'm weak because you are crying. Until and unless I realize that crying is an emotion, it's an expression, rather than telling that you're weak or you're strong or you're feeling other way. So it's always, whenever I get very angry, I cry. So it was like, if this person parked in my parking space, which I don't have. So I started crying, and then I realized that I have to I have to get normalized with the situation, and then I, I also I don't know how to park. I don't know what I'm speaking, but okay, I have to speak continuously, and that's how it's about confidence and personal growth. That's my two best. Thank you.
Good job, Krishna. In fact, she says that she starts crying. Even I cannot express my feeling about whenever I'm angry. I cannot even express. People think that I'm still happy, but there is a lot of rage inside me. So she explained very nicely. The third person, any guess? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you are the most experienced.
Glass door so clean, I could not see it. Okay. So good morning, Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Who the hell has cleaned this glass? Is this a glass itself? Hey, come here, come here. Please don't clean this glass so much. I should actually visualize that it is a glass. I just banged my head at this glass. Why are you so efficient in cleaning it so perfectly? Next time, please keep in mind, if you clean this glass so perfectly, I will kick you out of this job. Noted? Okay. There should be some spot. At least when I am entering, I should know that it is a glass. I should not assume it, there is nothing and just walk. This is the second time I have observed that the glass is so neat and clean. It should not be the way. Okay? My friends, when they enter, they should also be very much aware that it is a glass and not a walk-through passage. There is so much about the glass that I cannot speak more. Thank you.
So because he is a president, people will believe him also. I mean, now the next guy. Yeah, please.
I am angry, frustrated, upset at seeing people spitting. Sir, please suggest me some grammatical mistakes because I also need to improve my English. Harshil Makwana. Sorry, can I read? Angry, upset at seeing people spitting. Yeah, so in today's world, we have always seen that people are chewing tobacco, doing smoking, and spitting anywhere. So as you have seen, people are chewing tobacco and spit anywhere. So at that time, I feel like why people are doing this. As we have already seen that Swachhta Abhiyan and all everything like that is going in India. So people need to understand that, and we need to spread awareness about that. Don't speak anywhere and any public place. So that it is our people responsibility that we can improve this thing by our own understanding. And don't do anywhere like spit here, spit railway station, spit at airport, spit at any public place. So that is not a good thing. So this is one my suggestion that we need to improve our own self to self development, we can say, or self understanding, I can say. So this is a good thing to improve our understanding how to deal with a public place and all that. So yeah, that is a one thing. So we need to spread this awareness to among the people. And yeah, this is from mine. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guest. In fact, sometimes I was like, I like to go for a bike ride or jogging, and whenever the park luxury bus or some big bus, people just throw the splash of water from any place, and you have to be very careful. And I wanted to create the awareness about that, so I choose that topic. Now there is another interesting topic, so please, anyone would like to come from you? Yeah. With a big round of applause, guys. Can speak your.
Thank you. My name is Sanjay. This is my second week I am coming to Toastmasters meeting. My topic is I am angry, frustrated, upset at my own self, my own self. Sometimes I work at the company and it is not going the way I planned. So the results which produce, it frustrates me. It frustrates my manager, frustrates his own manager. So that eventually leads to kind of a depression that I'm not worthful for that job or that time. But I have to see that nobody is perfect in this world. Everybody have faults. Everybody may go through a kind of a down cycle of the life. But there is a time that, or I have to self-realize that there is a time that I will recover from that, or I will learn from that mistake, and I will go up of the situation. That is the book. Thanks.
So did you see that the table topic teaches you that you can laugh at your own frustration? So there are many other topics. I would request the gentleman over there. With a big round of applause, let us invite your name. Ashwin. You can choose your.
I am upset, angry, frustrated at Vadodara traffic. So, good morning, everyone. I am angry, upset at Vadodara traffic. When I am angry, automatically my answers becomes evasive. And I come from Bangalore. So I can tell you the Bangalore traffic is the most worst traffic in whole of India. For going 10 kilometers, it takes me nearly 1.5 hours in Bangalore, but Vadodara doesn't count in that. But still, while coming to the center, the area of that Panigate area, I feel that traffic is the most worst. And also, by reading between the lines, people will get to know why you are upset, why you are angry. So what we have to take is, we should not get angry over that point of time. Because anger doesn't build anything, but it can destroy everything. So coming to it, how we can solve this problem? If the traffic rules are followed properly, this issue can be solved easily. As I can see, people are not aware. If the signal is red, they just brake, jump into the signal. So by solving small issues, we can clear this out, and we should not be angry. And I'm definitely not angry at Vadodara traffic. Thank you.
I would say that real motivation lecture you will receive when you are driving and somebody pulls in front of you, and you start thinking that anger should not create any trouble, or we should not create any anger in our own self. So that is the real motivational lesson that we can have. Adil, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Adil for the next topic. Okay.
So the topic is neighbor playing DJ during exam time. I took a lucky number 5 and it is a bit difficult, but I can manage it.
So thank you so much, Table Topic Master. Good morning or good afternoon once again to all the members and guests. It was my exam time. I was preparing for my board exam. And you all know that you are quite tense during that situation. I was trying to prepare. I was too much engrossed into the book. You might be thinking that this is a nerd guy. Don't worry, I am not a nerd. I was just engrossed because the exam was the next day. Just like an engineer, I wasn't engineer back then, but I had that instinct within me that in future I would take engineering because I was preparing a night before or a day before my exam. It was board exam. Construction was going on the left side and marriage was there on the right side. And where I was in the middle. My left ear could listen to the sound of construction. And right side, I was listening to the beat. And in between, I was trying to memorize or trying to read through or read between the lines because I cannot understand what was there in aspects. It was a chaos. You have to concentrate, but at the same time, Martin Garrix's song is being played. You are out there, Animals is being played, and you want to just like rush through the exam and go and dance or be out there to enjoy the situation. So I went out there, I yelled at them. Just as evasive as possible, I went out first, I shut the door, even though I had to bring out my anger. So the door was someone on whom or which I can pull it off because I cannot go and tell them, please postpone your marriage. My exams are tomorrow. So I went out there. I evasively told them, and my evasion was, sir, please, can you stop at least for an hour? I had to prepare for exam. And here I am. I passed the exam and luckily I got a good grade. And over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adil. All you have to do is run your video to your next door neighbor whenever they are trying to harass you, and that will save you a lot of troubles. I have three more topics, and those Dhruv, yeah, Toastmaster Dhruv, with a big round of applause.
Irrelevant advertisement. A very good afternoon once again to all the Toastmasters and the guests. In today's world, the advertisements are the one which we face daily. It may be between the applications or it may be between the videos which we watch. Before 5 years, the advertisements were like it was optional to us. We were passing through the road and there were billboards which we could avoid it. But nowadays, the advertisements which we see, they're mostly in the series. Like whenever you are wishing to watch a YouTube video, for 30 seconds, we have to stop. Now that is a series. We can't avoid that. So if you are, for me, whenever I'm excited to see the, whenever I start a video and when I have to pause for 30 seconds or 1 minute, and that too if they're repeating, then if mostly if it is repeating, then what I do is I do get angry. But to show the angry, I select that report as a spam and put that advertisement as a spam so that I am not facing the same advertisement again. Similarly, in applications also, whenever we are having some information in news or cricket or scores or something, we face the same advertisement. So whenever it is repeating and not relevant to me, and I'm angry, then I put that ad as a spam to show my angerness towards the company, which is not fair, but this is what I do. Thank you.
Good job, Dhruv. Actually, there are two aspects of this. Those who are in my generation would speak about advertisement on the television, and your generation are speaking about advertisement on the OTT medium. And I have the last topic now. It's the most interesting. Yes, Ashish, Toastmaster Ashish. With a big round of applause.
I was taking bath and water stopped. Okay, that's a very interesting topic. I don't think this is an issue for anyone living in Baroda because we have a very good water supply. But let's say that this thing happened somewhere else. That depends very much on what stage of the bath I am in. If I've just begun and I haven't applied the soap and all, then that's not really a big issue. I can go a day without bathing. Let's say we are in a different stage. Maybe we are very much into it, very committed into that, got into that process. Would be a very bad experience. I wouldn't say it would be something that would make me angry. More like irritated because this is more of an inconvenience rather than something that, instead of something that would cause me some harm or something that is very disadvantageous to me. So what would I do in such a case? Well, one of the things I could do is maybe I could get some drinking water from which I have stored some other place and just make do with that, some minor amount of it. Another thing that you could do is probably learn a lesson from this, and the next time instead of using a shower, maybe use a bucket, throw some water beforehand so you know that, well, you're covered. You're covering your bottom line, and so that you don't experience this issue again. But what kind of reaction would we have in such a case? Well, the answer that I would give would be something very much out of my imagination, since this is not something that I've faced. But we would probably call someone and ask someone for the help in maybe fetch something directly from our water storage, from our tank, something that we have, or maybe from in some rare occasion take help from some neighbor. So yeah, I think that's what I would do if this incident happens.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshay. Well, I would not recommend to, like middle of bath, I would not recommend to call neighbors because our situation is not that encouraging. But it was a wonderful session and everybody had contributed. So we would like to now call upon the timer's report.
Good afternoon. So everyone had done very well and everyone are qualified.
Thank you, Toastmaster Janki. And now over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, DNK. So, a very wonderful session and a very humorous one. Now, I will think, and I have to be careful about my situation when I am taking the bath, because in my flat we have six houses, and we have a common pump. So after every 2 to 3 hours, our tank will got empty, and we always stuck in the middle of the situation. Now my wife is not at a house, so maybe my only option will be the neighbor, but I will have to find some other. Now let's take another step forward towards our meeting, which will be conducted by our general evaluator, PM Pratik. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. As a third stage, this is an evaluator stage. In this stage, we will get the feedback. Feedback is necessary. As we all know, feedback is the breakfast of a champion. So this feedback will help you to realize what the weak points of your and what are the strong points of yours. So you can encourage more of your strong points to more effective your speech, and work on the weakest ones to even get better version of yourself. So going through the speeches, we have the first speaker, Jignesh, Toastmaster Jignesh. To evaluate him, I will call the first speaker evaluation, Toastmaster Dhruv. Toastmaster Dhruv.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Pratik. Rules for the table topic session has been launched. You can vote in the WhatsApp group. Hello everyone. Reading between the lines of his speech, you all would relate to this famous line. Your gratitude attitude determines your life altitude. An excellent motivating speech delivered by Toastmaster Jignesh. The main objective of his today's speech was to deliver a speech with the purpose, and he rightly completed his objective by clearly communicating the message of keeping an attitude of gratitude, speaking about its benefit and the impact it can make in our life. The title selection was very prompt, and it showed positiveness among the audience even before he began his speech. He started with a story which created interest in the audience. His content was clear. He concluded his speech with a message to the audience. He had a very good eye contact with the audience in the front. To reach the next level of Toastmasters, here are some feedbacks from my side which you need to work upon to push yourself to the next. Avoid bringing notes in the speech because this restricts your hand movements. And even though you are confident in delivering, a message is automatically passed before you start the speech that you don't have confidence while delivering the speech. Instead of this, you can create a PPT and keep it on the screen. And whenever if you tend to and keep points on the PPT, so whenever you tend to forget, you can just have a glimpse and remember the rest of the part. Second, you are constantly moving unconsciously in the front and the back, only one step front and one step back. Instead, you have right, left, a long stage in the front and the back, which you can use as per the content of your speech. Third, your speech actually had a head, supporting body, and conclusion, but it didn't seem so due to the monotonous tone of the speech and lack of some punchlines. This can be improved by putting proper transactions between the three parts. Just like the unconscious fillers we use in our speech, in the same way, there were some unconscious hand movements which can be avoided. With more practice, I am confident that this can definitely be improved. The last feedback from my side is to add some interaction with the audience so that the audience remains attentive throughout the whole speech. You can also add some emotions in the stories which you beautifully delivered. To summarize, your speech was as per the objective of your project. An excellent title with an excellent message. Just keep the feedback in mind and work on it, and no one can stop you in becoming a distinguished Toastmaster. Thank you. Over to you, Dee. Now going forward with the second speaker, Toastmaster Durgesh. To evaluate his speech, I will call on the stage Toastmaster Ashish Venugopal.
Toastmaster Durgesh, you chose a very interesting topic for the speech, and as was clear from your question that you began with, that you began your speech with, it kept everyone guessing, and apparently all of us guessed wrong about what the currency exactly was. So that's a very interesting topic to choose. So let me congratulate you on that. A few points about what I noticed, a few textbook observations. It was interactive in a way that you started with a good question. Your voice was very clear. All of us were able to hear what you were speaking about. And you were very expressive. Your hands were never inside your pocket or behind your body. You use them very well to convey what exactly you have, to convey your emotions that you're feeling during your speech. You also maintained a very good eye contact with all the audience. And one improvement that I would suggest is in your fluency. There were not many long pauses, but there were medium length pauses interspersed throughout your speech. So that is something that I would work on if I were you. Regarding more on the content of your speech, you were able to relate the topic to all of us very well with the example that you gave, the Akbar Birbal example that you gave. And it was also not a very long story. Like it did not, your entire speech was not a story. So that was, I think, a very good thing that you managed because you were able to talk about a few things before the story, give some suggestions, what exactly you mean when you presented that story to us. And that led to very good structure of your speech because it had a very good introduction, that question. That story gave us an example. From the story, you were able to suggest us some lessons, tell whatever lessons that we could learn from the story. And as part of your conclusion, you get very good suggestions about how we should move forward so that we are able to become good at time management. What you excelled at, I would say, is conveying the message and relating very well to your topic. Plus, one point I would like to tell you that even though you had some issues with fluency, that did not reflect in your body language because you were able to maintain good eye contact and the pacing of your speech. If I were in your place, then I would have probably gotten very nervous and then start speaking in a very fast pace. So you maintain very good control of your pacing, and kudos to you on that. The thing, as you might have guessed, that I would suggest improvement on is fluency. Obviously, while writing the speech, try to keep the content format the content in a way that you are familiar with. Because if it's something that's completely out of the left field for you, then you would probably face some issues while presenting it, especially since you're not using any notes. So probably I would suggest that you maybe practice in front of a mirror at least a day before the actual speech delivery, and also on the day of the speech delivery. That would probably that would definitely make the content more concrete inside your mind. So yeah, that's it. That's all the updates.
Now for the third prepared speech, Gyaneshwar, Toastmaster Gyaneshwar. To evaluate him, I will call on stage Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Okay. Thank you so much. Again, my greetings to each one of you. Toastmaster Gyaneshwar, it was really a very thoughtful presentation. I loved your speech type, super villain. Commonly, we have heard about Superman, superhero, supernatural, etc., etc. But to use super word with villain is something new. Through your speech, you have given us new thinking ideology that people whom we consider bad, they also possess good qualities. Thus, we must admire them according to that. Now about the good points of your speech. Many war points were there in your speech. It was well written, well organized speech. Content was very good, and especially the way the screenplay you have shown on the here, there you started, your opening was marvelous. You saluted the goon and shown the pistol to the Prashant. It was very amazing. It captured, it magically took the attention towards you of all the audience. You establish a good rapport with the audience with your eye contact. Your facial gesture, hand movements were quite up to the mark. You try to use maximum way in the stage area to create good impact on audience. You also created humorous situations in your speech. To some extent, you are able to fulfill the goals of your project purpose. Indeed, it was a good presentation, but to make you a higher level speaker, I have some recommendations. Though you have good tonal quality, but you could not use it properly to make it very impressive. It sounds quite flat. There was no ups and downs in your speech. Use your facial gesture as a tool to support your speech. Give proper expression to enhance each and every sentence. You could have added few filmy dialogues in your speech to make it more dramatic and full of action. And last but not the least, use little pauses when you are moving from one point to the other. To sum up, it was a nice presentation, unique thought with good content. You are not an evasive person. You have presented a thought which is there in your heart. Reading between the lines, your speech has great hidden message. All the best for your future. Continue this journey to be great. With this, thank you to all and over to you.
Okay, now I will pause the timer to validate the timings of the 3 evaluators.
So all 3 evaluators have qualified.
Okay, now I will ask Sarah to raise the poll for the best evaluator of the day. Okay, going forward, I will call Toastmaster Udit to evaluate the table topic session speaker. Toastmaster Udit. Good afternoon, everyone. So started with the TTM master. So again, the great topic. I was thinking, okay, he's giving a topic about angerness because he's always a humorous person. How will he giving a topic of angerness? So again, the great topics were very relatable to the day-to-day life. The first speaker was guest Sarika. You used the stage very comfortably, and you are also always a TM. You are not like the first time speaker. You gave you compare mobile with a family member, which is very good. You even give very enact the total. You are using your hands to show the audience, and your hand gesture and act out the things very good. So kudos to you. Then we have the guest Krishna, which is who is very honest. He first come and say I don't have the parking and all, and also said that she cried when he is angry. But one tip for you is to your tone was very low when you are coming. You just speak little loudly so people can hear you. Then we have a TM Tarun, which shows like what TM Hiren was asking to TTM all the speakers. So he's showing the anger, like he's showing like this and this. He's enacting all the things. Then we have guest Harshit. Very good. You are attending the first time. You use the space very good. Your command and language of command is very good. You keep the smiling face and engage with the audience. Good. One tip for you is your body was like this TV. So you can work on that. Then we have a guest Sanchi. Sorry if I'm pronouncing on Sanchi. Okay. So you cut your topic very like very short, and you can add a few more example and complete your speech. You can work on that. Then we have Ashwin, guest Ashwin. You talk about the traffic. You compare with Bangalore and Baroda. You also mentioned a place in Baroda like Panigate. Traffic was not very bad, and your confidence and your command over language is very good. You use word of the day and phrase of the day once, which is very good. Kudos to you. Then we have a TM Adil. So he is given a topic about like DJ and while the exam. So he also used his hand like this and this to showcase the proper anger of him. And he's also using the word of the day and phrase of the day. So good. TM Dhruv is he gave very good speech and complete the speech within a time, which is very good. Then we have a TM Ashish. Confident, you are confident with your language, but you keep looking at cheat, so you can avoid this. Then the stages it was very properly.
then I would like to give some general things like whenever you come to the stage, you can use, you can greet the first the host and then greet the audiences, and then you can say good afternoon or whatever. So you can use that, and okay, that. Thank you, Toastmaster Udit. Now I will call upon the stage for our counter, Toastmaster Prashant.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. I would just like to rephrase a phrase of the day. Phrase of the day is reading between the lines, but I would, as a learner, I would always request all the learning Toastmasters to learn between the lines spoke by 5 Toastmasters today. We are Kirit sir, then second is TM Tarun, third is Adil, then Dhruv and TM Geetanjali madam. These all 5 speakers have given their speech in excellent manner and without any pauses, literally I would say. And even if they have taken pauses, they are so constructive pauses that you would never notice that they have actually taken pauses. So I would always request you all to learn from these 5 Toastmasters we have. CMOD Ravi has used filler sounds like aha, etc. more than 5 times. He has used filler words more than 2 times. CM Janki has used filler sounds more than 3 times, and she has used filler words 1 time. From speaker, CM Jignesh has used filler sounds more than 5 times, and he has used filler words like and, so, like more than 5 times. CM Durgesh, he has used filler sounds more than 5 times, and he has used filler words like, so, and, etc. more than 5 times. CM Gyaneshwar has used filler words 3 times, so, like that. From table topic, PM Hiren has used filler sounds 3 times and he has used filler words 2 times. From table topic speakers, Sarika, Krishna, Harshit, Sanjay and Ashwin has used filler sounds twice and they have used filler words more than 3 times. From evaluation, PM Ashish has used filler sounds more than 5 times and he has used filler words so more than 1 time. PM Udit has started his speech with so. So that was what his favorite word. He used so words more than 5 times. Thank you.
Now it is time for our grammarian, Toastmaster Kirit, come up the stage. Thank you.
I very rarely play a grammarian's role. Although in my WhatsApp, I always tell people their mistakes. So it is first time I'm playing good grammarian role. Well, to start with, I'll start with Tarun, who began the session, and a very beautiful word, complacent. I must compliment that complacent, the word which is very, very important to use in day-to-day life also. There was no error in his other speeches. Coming to Toastmaster Ravi, he was very clear and crisp, and I didn't find any grammatical error in entire session for that. Coming to speakers, first speaker was Jignesh, who talked about attitude and gratitude. One thing which I observed is that he said he is gratitude for that person, but it is not that, he is grateful that person. That's the correct usage. Then he said you must consume good quality. It's not consume, you must dwell. Dwell is the right word. But I liked his thing, tongue, teeth, and mind. It's a beautiful analogy. First time I heard something like tongue, teeth, and mind really they work, particularly to the problem areas. Very right, very nice. I like that. Durgesh, currency. He surprised all of us. But in his story, he said that that milkman did not provide him the milk, not gave him the milk. Give is the correct word. Provide is when you have a right to get something. Give is without that. Provide and give are very equal, but they have a different connotation. Dhaneshwar surprised all of us with a beautiful speech, with Lane. Only one thing I could observe is that he found the sense in that particular thing. Then coming back to the evaluators, I must compliment Dhruv and Madam Gitanjali for absolutely flawless, no errors at all. So Professor Ashish said that in his criteria, that agenda, there is no agenda, purpose or the objective of the speech. There is no agenda in his speech. And he used concrete at the time of evaluating him, and actually, sorry, interval topics, concrete, and it should remove glitches. The idea is to remove glitches. If you practice before the mirror, you can remove the glitches. Coming to table topic master Hiren Dalal, he always makes us laugh, and it's always a pleasure listening to him anytime. Very unique topics. We must learn that table topics to be conducted in a different way. Then only the creativity will prosper. Table topic may all I always knew, so I don't want to say too much. But Ashwin, Ashwin said most worst. There's nothing like most worst. It is only worst. Then Professor Ashish said that you should take a bath with a bucket to preserve the bottom line, not bottom line, bottom. And table topic evaluator Udit, of course, had many minor errors. I would not point it, but he said angerness. There is no word like angerness. It is only anger. Then coming back to, I think that's all. About other than that, everybody used beautiful English, and I will urge everybody to. I was first impressed with the very creative speeches. If all the guests must know, there are 3 speeches. The 3 were totally different. You could never imagine somebody can speak like this on 3 topics. And table topic, I must also compliment first speaker Sarika, who very beautifully explained the topic. On the first time she came on the table, but she said how charger can compare the mobile phone to family, which is very, very important word. So sometimes some good words, always sticks to your mind. So I would compliment her. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kirit. Now, moving forward with the meeting structure. Today, we actually got on time, but the already one meeting was present here. So we actually got lesser time to be prepared here. So first of all, very, very thank you for the task, for the quick judgment and quick arrangement of this meeting. And there was no any glitches or errors. So first of all, kudos to you. Then moving forward, there was a call of meeting order. Adil, you only took 1 extra minute. That was very wonderful. So that was a very thank you from my side. Going forward, there was a 3 speakers today, Jignesh, Durgesh, and Gyaneshwar. The 3 was very good at what they're giving in the speech. And I can say, Jignesh, you are improving very well. I saw your first speech. This is really an improvement compared to your previous one. Keep going. You are doing good. Durgesh, I know you have a more potential, but you need some more work on your speeches. And I will encourage you to be prepared more and do your best. I know this is not your full potential. You can go much further. I know you personally. So I want to see that, Durgesh. That's why. Okay. And third one, Gyaneshwar, you took the totally opposite topic than your personality. I really show you as a very calm person, but you are coming like a dawn and using a prop. I believe that was a wonderful, quick, engaging. I believe every audience was gathered at that time when you just flip from this to this. So very kudos to you. I'm very surprised. I even actually forgot to write down something when I'm watching your speech entirely. That was a very wonderful. Going forward, I believe there was a timer was assigned to Tarun sir, but at the beginning of round it was shifted to her. But I believe that was good because he is a new member, and experienced person will be do always their best, but the less experienced person will get a chance to their and evolve more in that field and be a more courageous when speaking in the stage. So that was very nice improvement. And going forward, table topic session, same again. Hiren sir mostly, like very joyful and humorous person, but he choose very opposite thing to get and he every time he laughs everyone, and now they call us to become angry here. So I believe they want to be like get balance. If I get you laugh, I can also get you anger. So I believe that was under the hood thinking, but that was very good from your side. And evolution, three evaluators there, Dhruv, Ashish, and Gitanjali madam, they all were wonderful. And I believe feedback is very necessary. It's depend on how you took it. You can take it as a, like a I don't know the word, but positive or negative either way. But I believe there is a no process. There's feedback is not necessary. Even whatever you are doing, except for the angry wife only. But there is always a feedback. If you don't get a feedback, you don't get into. So table topic is this. Toastmaster is the environment where you are safe to fail and always get a feedback. Where are you good at? Where are you not good? That needs to implement. So that's a very good thing in the Toastmaster. And going forward, I must I believe the timer might get confused between the 7-8 minutes and the 4 to 5 minute session, because there is an agenda, there is 7-8 minutes written. So that might be the cause, I believe. Yeah, last moment we have taken. So that might be the confusing point. And also for the agenda writer, I noticed there is a 3 person starting with the name D. There all 3 names are written larger font compared to others. So that's a minor change, but this agenda goes to public. So everyone shows that shows the quality of work we do here. So that will be, correctable, minor error, not, the very disturbing one, but that can be improved. So that was my input from side. And I will also special encourage Ravi, because as a Toastmaster of the day, he every time gets come here with the previous session and relating something to that. He puts some on the stage development in the speech and make all us, get engaged and laugh. So that's kudos to Toastmaster Ravi. That was a very wonderful technique. So now going forward, I will call the Tarun sir for the award. Toastmaster Ravi. And there is a gentle reminder, there is the evaluator speech voting in the group. If you didn't vote it yet, please continue there. Toastmaster Ravi.
Thank you, TM. A very nice session of evaluation by TM Pratik. Let's continue our journey of karma. Coming back to the conclusion of our first story. The first minister's effort of collecting the best fruits led to positive consequences, while the second minister's lack of care resulted in negative consequences, and the third minister's decideful approach also led to negative consequences. The law of cause and effect in karma means that every action has a consequence, and the consequences of our actions are determined by the nature of those actions. This means that good actions lead to positive consequences, while bad actions lead to negative consequences. In the story, the minister's actions lead to different consequences, demonstrating the impact of our actions on our lives. Therefore, the moral of the story is that one should always act with honesty, integrity, and positive intention, as they will eventually lead to positive consequences. Karma is like a boomerang. What you give, you get. What you sow, you reap. What you see in others exists in you. Remember, life is an echo. It always gets back to you. So give goodness if you want goodness, and love if you want love. Thank you, everyone. Now, I will request our presiding officer, TM Tarun, to come on the stage. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and esteemed guests. A beautiful theme of karma. What goes around comes around. So I will start with some takeaways from today's meeting. First is gratitude. So I will thank all of you for coming up and turning up today and being part of this fruitful meeting, which has taught us a lot of things. We would definitely go back and think on what all things we have learned. Second thing, I would talk on the second P, that is about time, right? I was just reading today morning, like, if we see, time is free, right? But it is priceless. It is free, but it is priceless. We can't own the time, but we can use it. We can't keep it, but we can spend it. So if we spend it, use it, and essentially keep the time as priceless, utilize in the right direction, we would be a better person always. And third, I will again take away from what Gyaneshwar speech told, like villain. So when we hear about mythological story, like if we have heard, everyone would have heard about Ravana and Ram. So both were equally knowledgeable, equally they had equal strength and everything. But when the strength is utilized for your own power, it turns to a villain. When that strength is applied for the betterment of the society, you become hero. So that should be the theme or moral that everyone should take. Like if you have the power, use it for the betterment of the society. So automatically it makes you a hero in front of others. With that, I think as Toastmasters, we, as a token of appreciation, we give certificates to best speaker, best evaluator, and the people, the Toastmaster in supporting role. So we have the certificates ready, and we would like to hand it over. VTM OD. Yeah. So you can announce.
So the first certificate is the best prepared speaker of the day goes to PM Gyaneshwar.
Good.
Now, the best table topic speaker goes to PM Adil. For the appreciation of best evaluator of the day goes to PM Dhruv. For the best supporting role player of the day goes to PM Kirit.
This one I will announce. Best role player of the day. Get it? Good. So before we conclude for the day, we have so we'd like to have feedback from you. Maybe a short one. Any guest would like to come up and just give a feedback on how the meeting or what is their feedback about those.
Hello. So, turning from teenage to adulthood and knowing that about good things. We all know good things. We all know about self-development, personal growth. But the point is that are we discussing or are we doing it? We see on Instagram posts, so my Instagram post is filled with things. At self-development, I have to be disciplined. I have to be, I have to have that grit, perseverance, and all of that, those things. But when am I doing it? I'm just keeping it. This is a platform where I actually felt it because I want a push, and this was a good push. I'm very happy coming here. So it's like I was writing it that I'll do it someday, but coming here is like, oh, I'm now actually doing it. So thank you for that.
Would you like to know?
Good afternoon. This is my second time coming here. After coming here, I got an opportunity to stand in front of an audience with some confidence. Before that, also in classes or in our schools or in colleges, we get a time to present seminars or something. But this is an opportunity to speak and develop our self-confidence in even in our offices in seminar. We can speak something confidently in front of someone or in our, into our offices. I think this is a platform. And today, I learned that by momentarily giving topics, you have to be capable of speaking something creatively or more. At the moment, you have to develop the ideas. So that kind of skills, it will be a very, very good platform. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So really, this is like a family. I not felt like this is my first time and all. So everyone supportive. Everyone is greeting. Everyone clapping. So all this thing really helpful for develop a self confidence and to develop communication skill and really. So this will really helpful for everyone to in every stage of life. This will really helpful for me also. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah, thank you everyone.
So this is my third session. Today morning only I filled the form for becoming Toastmaster. And what all improvements I have seen in 3 sessions is, even while presenting seminar, initially my hands were back, but now I am openly able to open my hands. And when I see my friends, they are in the same place by standing here and they will be reading it. And hand actions I have learned, but still in the learning phase. And eye contact, still I am weak. Previously I used to look down, but now I can make eye contact, but still I will improve. Thank you. Harika, you would like to.
So thank you, guest. As rightly said by one of the guests, like here when we deliver a speech, you are not afraid. Right? It is the right platform where you can give your speech without any hesitation, because there is no one to judge here. You will always get a constructive feedback. The points where you are good, the points where you can improve. So it is the right platform, because when you are going to into your professional front or any professional area where you need to deliver a speech, you have that fear in mind whether you will be able to deliver it right. So here is the right place where you can practice it out and be a good orator or a public speaker. I think we have still 6 minutes. I have one small thing to share if it is okay. Otherwise, we can. Okay, so I was reading one book which is called 9 Minutes on Monday by James Robin. So it is a book which talks about when you are in a managerial level and you are moving to a middle managerial level. So what are the 9 things which you should keep in mind, which will motivate or keep the team motivated? So he has suggested 9 points, wherein he has divided those 9 points into 2 sections. One is the primary need, another is the secondary need. So when you talk about primary needs of any employee, as a leader, what are the things you should primarily look into your team or into your subordinates so that they are motivated to work? So first comes is care. So when you are dealing with your subordinates, you should not do bossism. You should make them as an integral part of your team and make them feel comfortable. So that is first thing is care. And second is mastery. You may be a master, but if your subordinates are not master, then your team may not perform. So you should also look at the avenue where your team is, in which area your team needs skill upliftment, and then find avenues where they can be given training and the skill can be uplifted. And third is recognition. When it comes to recognition, mostly the leaders would back off. right? They would keep the team in front and they would back up. So that is these three are the primary things which one should be taking care when they are in the middle management. The secondary part, which the book says, is about five things. Sorry, five more things. First is growth. Second is freedom. Like the team should be free enough to share their views, share their ideas. They should be open enough. And then third is connect. If you are a leader and if your subordinates are not connected with you, then there is no meaning of the team. Fourth is play. What does play mean? It means employee engagement. It is not only work, work, work. There should be some avenues where you can pull out your employees or your subordinates outside the work area, do engagement in terms of some creative activities or some celebration. So that is also part of a middle management. And last and most important is model. Model does not mean the model who walks on the ramp, but you as a leader has to be the role model of your team. So it is like practice before you preach. So unless you become a role model to your subordinates, they will not follow you, or they will not be motivated to look at you as a leader. So with that, we adjourn today's session and let us gather for a group photo. Thank you.